Jen has 3 times as many shoes as her mom. Together they have 24 shoes. How many shoes does each have? So that is the question. And a lot of you that maybe forgot algebra or rusty in algebra, it doesn't make a difference. If you just think about this and use some common sense and maybe play around with some numbers, I'm pretty sure you could probably figure this out. But anyways, go ahead and put your answer into the comment section. But here's the deal. Okay, whenever you're doing mathematics, you need to justify your conclusions. Okay, now of course you can watch this little video and figure this problem out like as a little puzzle or riddle. But if you are a math student and you're taking a quiz or a test, you just can't do a problem and put your answer down without some work to back that answer up. So always think in terms of justifying your conclusions when it comes to mathematics. But anyways, I'm going to solve this thing here. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you the correct answer in just one moment. And then, of course, solve this. And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. I am going to use some basic algebra. But before we get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John, and I have been teaching middle and high school math for decades. And if you need help learning math, well, check out my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. You can find a link to that in the description below. And if this video helps you out, or if you just enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe, as that definitely helps me out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the answer to this question. And here it is. So the number of shoes the mom has is 6, and the number of shoes Jen has is 18. So that is the answer. Okay, so how did you do? Well, hopefully you got this right, and if you did get this right, let me go ahead and reward you with a nice little happy face, an A+, a 100%, and a few stars to celebrate your awesomeness with math word problems. Now, if you didn't get this right, don't be discouraged, okay? What you need is an approach to solve a problem like this, and this is a word problem. So when it comes to word problems, what is the first thing you need to do? Let's just kind of go back up here to the problem. Well, I'm going to give you the first 3 steps, right? Step number 1 is to read the problem. That's pretty obvious, right? Step number 2 is to reread the problem. Okay, don't read the problem once, read the problem twice to really make sure you got the information. And guess what? The third step is to read the problem one last time. You need to read these problems at least 3 times at a minimum. But the third time you read the problem, really make sure you understand what is being asked. And a great way to know where the question's at is just go where the question mark is in the problem and back up. So we want to know how many does each have, how many shoes does each person have, Jen and her mom. Okay, so once you really thoroughly understand the problem, now we need some techniques to solve this problem. And, math word problems typically follow pretty common patterns. So, of course, if let's say you are right now taking a pre-algebra course or algebra 1 course, it's probably a pretty good bet that you're going to have to use some algebra to solve the problem. And that's what we're going to be doing here. So when you're using algebra to solve a word problem, we're going to have to use some variables like x and y and things like that. And before you even start writing things down, after you thoroughly understand the problem, you want to try to model this situation. Sometimes you can do that with a sketch or some sort of graph or whatnot, but in this particular case, really can't, that's not going to really help us out. So we need to start assigning some variables. So let's go ahead and assign some variables now. So we're going to let x be equal to the number of shoes the mom has. Okay, now I'm selecting x as the number of shoes the mom has, okay, because we're trying to solve for how many shoes. So whatever our variable is, x or y, it should represent some number of shoes. Now we're trying to determine the mom's number of shoes and Jen's number of shoes. So I'm going to let x equal the mom's number of shoes because it's pretty easy, therefore, to represent Jen's number of shoes, as she has 3 times as many shoes as her mom. So if her mom has X shoes, then Jen has 3 times that many shoes, right? Which would be 3x. So the mom's shoes is X. The number of the shoes the mom has is X. The number of shoes Jen has would be 3x. Okay, so once you've assigned some variables, we need a way to solve for these variables. And there's no other better way in terms of algebra to set up an equation. That's what your teacher wants. He said, okay, set up some of variables. We're trying to solve or figure out these unknowns. So we have to use the additional information in the problem to create an equation. So what information have we not used yet? Well, we haven't used 24 shoes. So let's go ahead and use that right now. So we can set up a nice little equation here. And here it is. X plus 3x is equal to 24. All right. So this is the mother's number of shoes plus Jen's number of shoes, right? Total number of shoes is equal to 24. Together they have 24 shoes. All right, so at this point in the problem, really this comes down to your ability to solve this basic equation. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so we have x plus 3x is equal to 24. So what do we need to do? Well, x and 3x, we need to combine like terms. That's 4x. So 4x is equal to 24. To solve for x, we have to divide both sides of the equation by 4. And here you can get, or here we get x is equal to 6. Now, once you solve these equations in these math word problems or algebra word problems, you have to stop and ask yourself, what did I just solve for? What was, what does this answer represent? Well, x is equal to 6. We have to go back to where we assigned our variables. Remember, we said let x equal the number of mom's shoes. So if x is equal to 6, then mother has 6 shoes. So Jen has 3x, so she would have 3 times 6 shoes. Now let's just kind of check this real quick. Together they have 24 shoes. What's 6 plus 18? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Is 24. Okay, so this works out. And a lot of you maybe kind of worked around, played around with some integer values, because you can't have 1.7 shoes, right? So you're going to be playing around. Maybe you said, okay, well, if the mother had 4 shoes and Jen has 3 times as many, so that's 4 times 3, that's 12, and then you got 16, that's not 24, and then maybe you kind of just played around with 5, that's 15 shoes. For Jen, that's 20. So you can kind of, do some trial and error to figure this type of problem out. But here's the thing. If you're taking an algebra course, your teacher wants you to use algebra to solve these problems. But, let's just say that you were just trying to figure out any math word problem. It could be a real life situation. Always write things down and reason through and make sure your answer makes sense. Justify it back to yourself. So anyways, if you need more help solving word problems, and likely if you are a student, you want to practice as many different types of word problems as you can, because especially algebra word problems follow all basically very common type of patterns. So the more problems you do, the better you're going to be. So a couple suggestions. I do have additional videos on my YouTube channel that solve all different sorts of word problems. You can check that out. Also, if you're at the pre-algebra level, algebra 1 level, maybe the algebra 2 level or pre-calculus level, just go check out my various courses in my math help program. I have a ton of word problems because word problems are also related to the topic you're studying. You could be studying quadratic equations. You're going to have quadratic equation word problems. You could be solving systems of equations. You're going to have system word problems, etc., etc. So, there's just not one little we're going to solve word problems. Word problems are all over the place in mathematics as you're learning all different sorts of skills. But anyways, if this little video helps you out, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.